All right, well, I think this is a pretty good spot for our top out on our upriver expedition today. I'm gonna go ahead and get my water out and everything in my neat little container here. And we're gonna sit down for a second and make a cup of coffee, or you know what, maybe we should make a cup of tea. How about a cup of tea? That way we look like we're British at least. We got some kind of Nature's Valley bar in there too. No one's seen this stove setup. I've used it before in a couple other videos. One being a coffee making video, and another one I think was just a tea video. So what it is, it's an S-bit stove. It's got a little damper door here on it. There's a little plate in the center where you put these little tabs. I got them conveniently stored in this bicycle patch container. We get one of these little tabs out and we lay it right there in the center. Put the rest back away, zip them up so that way they don't get wet. You don't want it to get wet, that's for sure. It's an easy way to ruin them. This other baggie here, I have some matches. Strange thing, matches from a lumber store, which is a weird thing in general. Most of the time you don't want to sell lumber and matches at the same time, I guess. Come on, little buddy, you can do it. I think it's going. Gonna lay that on top, and then we're gonna pour in the acquired amount of water. And in this bag we have our coffee making setup, or we have tea. The tea is the easy one. Let's make the coffee this time. Coffee is always fun for me. So I got this neat little container. I think it's actually made by Nalgene. I can't quite read the bottom of it right now, but there's a few of these and they all connect together. So I keep this one with coffee in there. And I want to go about half that container or so, because you're just making enough for one cup of coffee. It don't need to be super strong. But this is just a reusable tea bag that you get from the grocery store in the coffee and tea section. And they're pretty handy, they're pretty cheap, and you can do a lot of things with them. And I think I've mentioned it before in a lot of my other videos that I've done with these, is that people have used these for making tea, but also they put their herb blend in there of like spices when you're making a soup. And then you just drop that in your soup and you could take the herbs out and just have a nice clean broth and not a bunch of little herbs floating around in it. They work great for that. Or if you want to like make a pine tea or a pine nettle tea or whatever, you can use this in there to kind of filter that out if you want to too. But it is just a cotton reusable tea bag, and they are extremely cheap. And I'm going to let that water come to a boil before I put that in there. And I always keep a couple little pouches of tea in there too, just in case. Basically there's enough water in that jug to make 2 cups of tea or three cups of coffee or whatever. So this is all the stuff that goes in there, and we'll put it all back inside the container set up here whenever we're done making it. So, well, as I was about to start unpacking things there for a second, I decided I would use this tiny little container to house all these flies that I've collected, because you know that's what it's for, fishing line and flies. Excuse me, sir, come back here. Ugh. So we'll go ahead and pack all those in there so I don't get hooked by them. That's like a nice new Rapala right there. Can't believe it, that thing got lost down here. Joking, I can believe it. It's pretty easy, there's a lot of trees. A lot of trees and a lot of things that can get your branches. Anything get you caught up. There's a lot of that stuff down here. Well, come on now. Alright, we're just gonna set that in the back. I think everything else... Oh, there's one more fly. I think everything else is in there already. Okay. Okay. Well, wasn't gone very long, but that Esbit tab's doing his business down there, making that water hot. So we'll just take our tea bag, and we have our coffee in there currently. So we'll just lay that in there and let it finish off till that little itty bit of flame down there goes out. Okay. Well, the little tab's done burned out. It smells like camp coffee already. I'm just dipping this in and out of there a few times to try to get the coffee to percolate through that nice cotton, unbleached cotton tea bag. It's so peaceful sitting here listening to the sound of the rushing water. So calming. That's why I stopped putting music in my videos. I just been enjoying the sound of the water so much more. It's so nice. Okay, now that the coffee I think has already gave its all to the pot of water, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this puppy around. Throw the grounds out of it like normal. Voila. And then we just fold it back the other way. We'll lay it over the fishing rod to dry for a little bit while we enjoy this coffee and this Nature Valley crunch dipped granola square. Sounds wonderful. Look at that coffee. When I make it like this, it reminds me of like the percolator coffee that Grandma or Grandpa would make when we were camping, where it'd pop up through the percolator and hit the little glass thing at the top. That's what this reminds me of. So it's kind of enjoyable for me to have coffee that's like this and brings back the old memories. Nice little chunk of granola, some dark chocolate. Nice warm coffee. So a little package of that goes in there, that goes there. I wash these tea bags out whenever I get home with clean house water. So I'll just throw it in this bag for now. Well, that's the end of that. Okay, well, we're ready to go. Let's get everything back in the water here. Oh, my foot's stuck on a branch. And we'll just go ahead and get our leg over the other side of the boat there. Permission to come aboard, Captain. Aye, aye. No land for me, buddy. No land for me. All right. So here we begin our descent of the river that we just worked our way through. Oh boy. Look, we got out of the water. Oh my God. Oh, my legs. I can't feel my legs. Well, it's been a pretty good day today. Got a bunch of fish in the net. Also had quite an adventure paddling that kayak, almost said canoe, kayak up the river and then back down. Man, that was fun. Like, I think finding all the tackle and getting those flies out of those trees was like a mandatory thing, because you know they shouldn't be there. So at this point I wanted to say thank you guys for watching, liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.